This is the Dumbbells, a personal fitness podcast where I'm Eugene Cordero.
And me, I'm Ryan Stanger, have discussions and answer questions on all things health and fitness.
This is solely based on our own working experience, a little bit of bro science.
So please keep in mind, we're not doctors, never claim to be.
Just a couple of dumbbells, love ourselves some fitness, and want to help you with yours.
And the help can start right now, babies.
Babies.
Bell
babies. Here we are.
Here we are. Eugene and I had some quick business to handle right before we started.
Sure.
We didn't even really say hi to each other. We just
No.
got right into business.
So we're going to do it in the app, I guess. Here we are.
I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while, man, because we've just been handling our guests and answering questions and stuff.
Well, I mean, and the thing is we have so, it's not like we have many different questions. It's just like you want to hear everybody's experience because you feel like you're going crazy.
Yeah.
So you're just like, so with our guests, we're just like, are you okay? Okay, tell us what's going on.
Right.
And then we also are, want to get into
growing up.
Yeah, we want to get into the podcast so it can feel normal or like we're doing something that we used to do. I don't know what it is.
Yes, I think you're right. It's tough to put words to any of this stuff.
Yeah. So it just makes it a little bit, you're trying to manage the stress of it, I guess was what it is.
Yeah. And I guess the monotony now a little bit. I mean, if you're,
man,
I'm lucky enough to not be up against things too much. So it's managing this monotony.
Yeah. But now we're looking at, anywhere from like, what is this? 7 weeks, 8 weeks.
I was looking at the days. I mean, it's been over 50 days for me.
Yeah.
So we're getting into like the 2. Yeah, you're right. 2 months.
We're getting into the 2-month zone, which is just intense.
Yeah.
Intense to a certain extent. I mean, intense, but it's like, I also need to preface that by it's also a privilege, that I'm able to be home and I'm not a nurse or a doctor that does have to go in every day,
right.
or not see my family when I come home or have to quarantine myself, from my family.
Yes, I think we can safely acknowledge all that stuff and then maybe grant ourselves the freedom to speak to our own experiences.
Yeah. But yes,
of course, if you're a
first
responder or anybody that's, an essential worker, all that shit, you're going through a hell of a lot more than we are.
Yeah.
If you're somebody that, doesn't have a little bit of financial cushion or security, then you're going through a lot more than we are. But
if you don't have that couche, you don't got that couche.
You don't got that cushion.
You don't got that cushion.
You don't got that cushion.
You don't have that. You don't have that cushion.
You want a croissant for your cushion? But if you're just some fucking dummy like us, then it's just,
yeah,
just dealing with this fucking monotony. Like this Monday rolled around and I was just like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck's going on?
I know. We got Mother's Day this Sunday. You got to remember that. Big Mother's Day. But it's hard because it's like, what do I go around the neighborhood and just start stealing flowers?
Yeah.
I do, right?
Yeah, that's the move.
That's what I do. That's the move.
Yeah.
You're just going on a walk. I mean, I have a mask on. Nobody's going to know it's me. I'll just wear all black, switch up the mask, just a mask that I'll never wear again, and just start stealing flowers.
Just Flaubergle.
Flowerburgle.
Just
do a quick Flowerburgle.
What you do is you Flaubergle.
What you do now is you do a Flowerburgle.
Wow.
But
yeah. Hey, happy Asian Heritage Month.
Oh, thank you.
Is that insensitive to
yeah, it's insensitive to me. No. Of course, that's great. I take great pride in the month.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to be at home also, celebrating it, I guess.
Yeah.
With some, some Pacific Islander films and music, as well as some Asian films and music.
I was listening on the news. They were talking about it. Huge Asian community in Los Angeles, like well over 1.5 million. And
Sure.
what's the population of LA? It's like 4 million.
Oh, I don't even know, but I
I
mean,
think
that
it
sounds about
is.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that,
I mean, the biggest Filipino population in the United States, I believe, is in California.
really.
And it mixes between the LA County and like up in San Fran, like the Bay.
Okay.
But like, yeah, I mean, all of the Asian communities out here are much bigger than they were in New York. New York was like, they they felt like big communities because everybody was tightly, you know,
Yeah.
smashed together. Where out here, it's like
New Yorkified.
everybody's spread out, but there's still so many, like Alhambra and stuff. Man, I love it. San Gabriel Valley, ooh, baby,
Yeah. Yeah.
get
Yeah.
some good grub out there,
Yeah.
and good, like, museums, and yeah, it's great. So I miss not being able to, like, take those in. I mean, Quincy is going crazy not being able to have some of
Yeah.
that outdoor time, or
Oh
like,
man.
do any of that stuff. But he's having fun,
Uh,
well, relatively.
I used to, when Stone was little, just take him. You just take him to like the zoo and shit.
Yeah,
I know zoos are bad. Don't at me.
I know,
They're
I know, I
bad.
know, I know. Don't
But
at
it's
me,
just,
bro. But
yeah.
still,
But
Quincy
I would
loves
just
him.
take them all day. We just go all day. We go a couple times a week, because you're just trying to
Yeah,
fucking fill up the day with those little suckers.
yeah, and that's the one in Griffith Park.
Yeah.
That zoo. Yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
one.
I know it
I like
well.
it. I know it well too. Yeah,
Yeah.
we love it. I
It's
know it
been,
well. Travel Town right there, the little
yeah.
train. Oh
Mm-hmm.
baby, that's his gold. But yeah, there's a bunch of people I think watching us live already. If you guys are watching the episode, hi, we're here. It's just gonna be me and Stanks today because we just haven't caught up, and it's been a few weeks, and usually we do this once a month. So why not do it here? Because I feel like there's a lot
Yeah.
to answer, but also a lot to just kind of you know check in on.
I was telling Eugene that I just felt like I hadn't had a chance to talk to him in a while, because we're just usually quickly doing the show stuff
Yeah,
and then guesting it, and then it's over,
yeah,
and then I'm back to my fucking family.
yeah. Back into the craziness and
Hey,
feeling,
family,
and it's also
remember me?
the fact that, like, everybody's at home. I'm sure you and Nancy and Stone are all at home. If you have this weird feeling of guilt when you have something else to do,
Yeah.
because that literally means the other person has to do all of the work
Yeah.
for the child.
What time's your thing again?
Yeah.
Okay.
What time do
Interesting.
you think? Good. Okay.
Oh,
And how long
okay.
is that going to be?
Yeah.
Over an hour
Yeah.
for a podcast?
Okay.
Okay. How
Wow.
many live shows are you doing? Like, oh, trying. But yeah, just trying to make it through, trying not to watch the news, trying to, like, because you hear one good thing followed by 100 bad things, followed
Yeah.
by a couple of good things, followed by 100 bad things, and
Followed by some boring stuff. That's,
yeah,
and some commercials, and then
yep.
some interesting things that aren't anything, and
And then it's like
some weird
flavored
things.
in where you realize, I'm like, oh, this is the same thing I've heard for weeks.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's crazy too.
Yeah.
I did put on our Instagram too, one of those ask us a question, Instagram story things for people wanting to ask us questions on there. So that's cool. Um, somebody did mention earlier that they were hashtagging Bell Babies on Peloton so that they can connect. Anybody who's the Dumbbells fan and is a Bell Baby out there, that you can hashtag Bell Babies on your Peloton, and that way you can connect with the other Bell Babies. And if there's any way you can take a picture of your screen or whatever and tag us in it on Instagram, that'd be cool.
Oh, dope. Yeah, do it for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, the writers are doing their home broadcasting now.
Oh,
So
cool.
they're out of like the Peloton studios, and then they're doing like from their like apartments. They have them set
wow.
up to broadcast live.
Cool.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It is a little wild. Yeah, people are finding a way through, figuring shit out.
I love it. But so if you're a Peloton user and also a Bell Baby, hashtag Bell Baby is Bell Babies, I believe. Let me double check, because the person, Bell Babies, Frosty Peaches, good old Bell Baby out there.
Shout out to Frosty Peaches. How you doing?
She has added hashtag Bell Babies, and said if anybody wants to find each other, do it that way. Awesome. Please take a picture. That'd be great. We'd love to see that. Another question we have on here is Shane, Hot Apple Toppings on Instagram said, how far can I get in this quarantine with just a set of adjustable dumbbells? I mean, how far can you get? Far. Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming you're going with the adjustable dumbbells. Okay, let's say your adjustable dumbbells only go up to 25 pounds. Some of them go up to like 50, right? Like if you do the Bowflex ones, I think those ones go up to 52. 52-pound dumbbells are heavy. So yeah. 25-pound dumbbells are heavy too. I mean, it's a lot of you know, I'm noticing a lot of work for myself. The best stuff that I'm getting done is doing things a little bit more isometrically.
Oh, cool.
So,
Yeah.
you know, doing more tempo work where I'm doing like, you know, like if I'm doing lateral raises that I'm going quickly up and then doing that slow descent on them. And that's making the most of the adjustable dumbbells.
Okay. So that you're experimenting with rest time.
Yeah.
Time under tension, you know, all that shit.
Yeah. Cause then, you know, 10 pounds is going to feel heavy quickly, you know? And that, you know, that I'm doing the same with bands where I'm just keeping the tension of just using the band and doing like front rows, you know, front raises, like with just tension on like a band. And, you know, I'm feeling hot in the shoulders.
Getting a little heat up in them shoulders.
Little heat up on them shoulders.
Getting a little toasty up in the shoulders.
Well, getting a little, getting a little broiled. I'm getting a little hard broiled. I'm getting a little broiled. Yeah.
A little fish broil up in them shoulders.
Flame broiled up there. Flambe, a little flambéed.
Yeah, my man. So you're good. Let's just assume that he's got the 52 up to 52.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're covered. You got upper body, lower body, you know, squats, racked squats, goblet squats,
sure,
lunges, walking lunges, single leg RDLs. You can do straight up RDLs with dumbbells,
Bulgarian squats. I mean, there's so many things that are going to crush your legs with just 50 pounds on each. Or even 50 pounds total. Like if you have the 25s and you're doing 50 pounds total and you're doing, you know, a front rack dumbbell squat with those. You can make you can get some serious work done. And for your upper body too. Again, if those are starting to feel light for you, just slow down your movements.
Yeah, that's it. Add volume, change the rest time. That's where you can kind of experiment and tinker and you know, still get some, you can get the max out of whatever you got for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Doesn't seem like there's any equipment freeing up. I've been kind of watching things. I did get a chin up bar. That finally came. Yeah. So that's been a real fucking godsend.
That's 5 weeks in. It took 5 weeks.
I got it like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
I think I might have quickly mentioned it, but
what are you doing on it? Are you just doing like
I'm doing my
chin-ups?
Yeah, it's doing my pull-ups, and then I'll throw a band over it and hit some tricep extensions with a band. And just some things to kind of play with that. You know, with having a like a access point at the top.
Yeah.
You know, overhead access point.
That's so fun. I you know, you get Instagram ads or Facebook ads or whatever. And I got one for this, you know, for like to add to your pull-up bar, you put this pulley that will basically you use as like, you know, a lat pull down, or like, you know, if you have handles to do like pull downs or whatever, and you can put it ahead of you or whatever. And it just kind of like you run your dumbbell through like a carabiner, you know, and it'll lift that, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So you're looking at it and you're like, oh, wow, that seems fun and simple. And then you look how much it costs. You're like, wait a minute. You're going to charge over $100 for like a pulley and a carabiner? Like that's, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Who do you think I am, man?
Now, am I going to go to the Home Depot and grab that myself? I don't know, but I'm definitely not going to buy it through them.
I'm going to Home Depot to make myself a lat pulley. A
Yeah,
lat pulley from Home Depot.
the that lat pulley game.
DIY your own lat pulley.
No, man.
I'll tell you what, you DIY, you have beautiful lats. No, I'm
Nah,
with
man.
you. Yeah, they're really gouging.
Yeah,
The fitness industry really showing their true colors by
really
gouging,
are. Really are.
$4,000 for dumbbells.
Yeah, flat bench costing $360.
Yeah,
Like
I
for a
follow
flat bench.
I follow some bodybuilder guys on Instagram, and they're like, they always will post prices and pictures, and some guy finally tracked one down and had to drive somewhere to pick it up. And but yeah, he wasn't gonna. He's like, this is currently the best price I could find was $850 for some kind of used adjustable bench or some
Right.
shit.
Yeah, like an incline bench.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find one too, and I'm like, I'm not paying $600 for it to be delivered on June 28th.
Yeah, dude.
Not it.
2022.
Oh shit! Yeah, I didn't even look at the year. You're probably right.
Yeah, pay attention to the fine print.
Pay
The
attention to the
year,
the year that it's getting delivered.
yeah, they year you out, man, and you're fucked, dude. You fucked on the inclines.
What do we got here
Blue.
on the live chat on YouTube's? We got some hellos from Bell Babies. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's get rumpled. I saw the let's go rumpled.
Rumpled, dude.
Let's do it.
You're rumpled. Working from home, straight rumpled.
Yeah. So somebody who doesn't normally. Okay, so this is a good question. Hi, Dumbbells. I've started getting a little flabby during quarantine and want to nip it in the bud. Any tips for how someone who doesn't normally exercise and doesn't have any equipment at home?
Wow.
Wow.
How to beat that COVID-19?
Yeah.
There's the
How
freshman 15 and there's the COVID-19.
The COVID-19, I'm sure.
That joke's been made before. Let's see. Wow. Well, first you got to get your food in check. So you got to figure out, you got to create some kind of structure to what you're doing with your diet. Because if you've never exercised before, my guess is whatever kind of flab is happening is predominantly calories. I mean, there could be something to do with activity level. You're just not, I don't know what kind of job you had, or if, missing the little bit of activity you got when you're going to work, but let's put that to the side for a second. And I would say it's adding some structure to your food. What do you think, Eugene? Right?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Food.
It's never worked out before. I mean, because people are facing all kinds of stuff, just getting their gym time, getting their outdoor time taken away. But if you've never exercised before and you're experiencing some degree of weight gain, I think it's all food related. And it's hard not to snack, and eat up all them groceries during this time, I think.
Yeah, you're gonna want to eat up all them groceries.
You're gonna want to eat them all up.
Yeah, I get it. You're gonna want to eat them all up.
Eat them all up. So apologies for people if they're hearing this same advice again, but just to quickly bring everybody up to speed on what we've already covered, I think a couple of things that have been helpful to Eugene and I have been adhering to intermittent fasting, right? So you're just restricting your eating window anyways, you're just not eating as much, or you're not eating for as long. And then meal prep has been another thing that we've discussed too, because it's, you do your grocery shopping, you prepare your meals, you eat them, and when they're gone, and that's the end of it. And then
it's almost like meal prep is basically, in the easiest sense of it, portion control. You're basically, what you're going to eat, the amount that you're going to eat. It's consistent, and it does its job.
I think it's taken on a whole new form because people their shopping habits are different now.
Sure.
And so a lot of people, as per recommended by or requested by the government, to shop as limited as shop once a week or whatever.
Right.
So I think people are now facing these kind of full pantries and eating everything up. So if you adopt meal prep, and if you don't know what it is, meal prep is where you uh, buy and prepare food that you will then eat throughout the whole week. So you do it in one day, and then you put it in Tupperware or Ziploc bags, and then eat it throughout the whole week.
Right.
So I think even if you don't do meal prep, but you find that you're ripping into those groceries too early, too often, maybe look into doing some meal prep, or at least for a couple of your meals. Maybe just your breakfast or your lunches and dinners or something like that.
Sure. Yeah.
And then it's like the meals are cooked, the food's prepared, and it's done. And if you eat your Wednesday food on Tuesday, then
you don't eat on Wednesday.
you don't eat on Wednesday.
What? That's crazy.
That's crazy. You fucking crazy. Did you see that Middle-Aged Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yes.
Yeah, so
I thought that was very funny.
Do you have anything to say, Michelangelo? Well, if you think you're getting them kids, you fucking crazy. For those of you that didn't see, it was on Saturday Night Live.
A couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was a animated thing they did for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles called Middle-Aged Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I got to say, some of it did hit close to home for me.
Yeah. Yeah. It was definitely like right in our wheelhouse.
Yeah. Their best days are behind them.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. Meal prep.
Funny.
People talked about separating the snacks, right? So,
oh, right. Yeah.
If you got your goodie cupboard, and you got your day-to-day snack cupboard, so you don't got to stare at them Oreos every time you're trying to rip into them cashews.
Yeah, sure.
You want to look at them baby cashews, and every time you poke it in there, you got to look at them Teddy Grahams. That's a lot to juggle mentally.
Listen, man, everybody got them Teddy Grahams in that.
Everybody got them.
Everybody got that Teddy Grahams.
It's pandemic.
Shortage.
Yeah, it's a Teddy Graham shortage during the pandemic.
There's a shortage.
People hoarding up on them Teddy Grahams. Paying any price to get them grams.
Everybody's trying to get them grams, baby.
Everybody. Them good grams.
Yeah. Them kilograms.
Kilogram. How's food been for you? What have you been doing? Anything new to report?
No, I mean, I'm sticking to pretty much the fasting thing. I don't eat until noon. I've actually, my window's shifted a little bit earlier just because we've been consistently, eating dinner by like 5 o'clock. So
Jesus Christ,
5 or 5:30. Yeah, seriously. And we sit quietly in a dining room, sit across from each other, Beauty and the Beast style,
anything interesting to read.
But yeah, that's so because of that, I think I've moved up my window to like, roughly around 10:30, 11.
Okay.
And going until about, 6:30, 7. I mean, I really don't even track it anymore because it's so consistent.
You just know.
Yeah.
You just know, baby.
I just eat lunch at lunchtime and then eat dinner.
Yeah, man, I get it. What'd you have for dinner last night?
What did I have for dinner last night? Oh, well, we went. I just like barbecued some chicken.
Great.
Yeah,
that's great.
Some white rice because I can't get away, and it's Asian Heritage Month.
You got to. Yeah.
So I gotta have it every day.
Got it every day of the year in honor of Asian Heritage Month.
Well, and then I'm not. I feel like not that I deserve it, but at the same time, it's always been something that I've added to my paleo template is that I make sure that I can leave myself some room for some white rice. But especially right now, Stanger, me and you talked about this a little bit. It feels a little strange if you miss a day because you feel like there's nothing else you're doing.
Yeah.
So if you miss a day of working out, it feels so I don't know, for me, like, so I'm working out 7 days a week, even if it's a simple workout on some of those days, or it's not like as, intense of a workout, I'm still trying to do something every day. And I feel like that's also helping my nutrition to a certain extent, not, by not putting those LBs on,
Yeah, dude. Yes. And also I'll think about the podcast too. I was like, I can't fucking go and try to stay motivated during quarantine. I'm missing days because I got busy fucking doing nothing.
Right.
Yeah. So having the podcast helps because I'm like, I don't know, these fuckers are expecting me to show up.
I mean,
My
could you?
home
I
gym.
mean, there's a part of me that I was just like watching this podcast week by week. I just get like huge, like
Yeah.
not muscular, but just like put on that COVID 190.
Just let yourself go.
Yeah, just turn off. That's scary though. Um, but yeah, I think I think that mentality. I also have to give myself a little bit more of a break. And I don't know if I am.
You're doing great, man. Yeah.
I mean, as far as like the day off thing.
Yeah, the day off thing. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think but just do something, I mean, that is still
Yeah.
you still mentally check it off, and then but you're smart with your body. I find that with food stuff too. I can't be I've been pretty good, but I'm not crazy rigid.
Yeah.
Just because it's like I got to have something to look forward to. I mean,
right. Are you still eating over the sink like a salad, or are you sitting down with the fam at this point?
No, I'm sitting down with the fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's it's like the meal is at least something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like okay, we got our dinner in. That's good. We're doing stuff.
Ooh, look at this. We're eating a meal.
Wow, we're doing stuff. We're fucking
look,
real.
We're human beings.
We exist. We're still living, dude. We're doing shit.
So scary.
That's good.
Yeah.
I always think that in my mind, like I'm doing things. Like if I take my trash out, I'm like, oh, I'm doing, yeah.
Oh, look at me. I'm outside.
I'm outside doing things.
Yeah, it's banana. So a new development here at the Casa Cordero, though, this is going to sound boring, but it'll hold up. It might still be boring. Our water,
please say it on the podcast.
Yeah, our water heater broke. So, so during something like this, it just feels stressful because it's like, something that would normally take probably not as long to deal with or whatever, and not be home for the whole thing / having people that are strangers come to your house and, but it broke and it's in the garage. So couple of things. It's in the garage. It's an old water heater. We had to get it replaced. So we had to have the plumber here. I'm gauging to see if that motherfucker has a mask on, and the guys he's working with, and if he's
people
okay.
should know the only way to fix a water heater is to have some stranger cough in your son's face, right?
Yeah. That's the only way
for sure that it's going to be fixed.
It needs to be replaced. Yeah.
Right.
So we had to wait for that to happen. So he coughed in Quincy's face, and but I think it was just kind of stressful because it was them, and then so initially I saw there's a leak. I thought it was because I had taken the car to go grocery shopping my one day.
Yeah.
2 days earlier I had gone, and it was hot out, so we used the air conditioner. So I thought there was just a little condensation that was dripping from because it was right underneath the car. So I was like, oh, that's what it's from. Next day it was still there. I'm like, oh, we're not even using the car. So I'm like, oh, the car's leaking. That's another shit I have to deal with. Wasn't the car. Saw that it was from the water heater. Opened up the little cabinet there. Leaking water. Had to get it replaced. Called the insurance company because it damaged the walls and stuff. They had to see if there was like going to be mold or anything in the walls that like goes into the guest room and blah, 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 because the garage is connected to the house. Details. So then they have to test it to see if there's fucking asbestos or lead in the paint because it's an older house. So they do that, find out there is. So now we have to wait, and that's obviously if they start doing construction, they have to use certain things. Not that there's just asbestos hanging out in the house, but that they have to kind of gauge the amount of or like they have to block it off or whatever. So anyways, it's all this work, and it's in my garage, mind you. Now this is why it's important to the Dumbbells podcast, other than me just talking, because that's what this podcast also is just me talking for a while. But that's where my gym is, man.
Oh fuck. Oh, that's maddening.
So as I, as I like am in here just bragging about my home gym and how all this equipment I have, for the last couple of days I'd have had to go back to. Now I have my adjustable dumbbells. Somebody on our YouTube live did mention that the Bowflex adjustables go up to 52.5
Oh,
each. Just
thank
to
you.
let you know. Thank you for that.
God, that would have been a fucking disaster.
I do have those. I do have those 52.5s, but I'll tell you something. When I work out with them, those 0.5s mean nothing to me. Usually because I'm just around 20 pounds. No, but no, but so I've been using my adjustable dumbbells, and that's pretty much it. And like maybe a step up thing. So it's been nice to kind of switch it up, but I hate the fact that all of my stuff is in there and that I'm not going to be able to use it when I want to. And, and that we have to have construction in our house right now.
Hey, full disclosure, if I was coming over to your place to do that work and I was in that gym out there,
you just bang out a couple reps.
I'd fucking sneak some squats in.
I
gotta, hey, truth be told, man, I'd be sneaking some squats in.
I'll tell you right now, every guy. So we've had, the plumber come in, and then there was the first people that take care of like the water to dry it out, water mitigation.
Yeah.
They talk to the water, say like, "Hey man, what do you think? Hey, don't be mad at." And I'm pissed at the water, so I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And they're like, "Hang on, hang on.
Hold on, let me talk to the water.
Let me hear what the water has to say. We'll figure it out." So they mediate, their mitigation. They talk for a while. Those guys come in, and then the asbestos guy comes in to take the sample. Every single one of them, because I have my rings on my pull-up bar. They're like, "You do the rings too?" And I'm like, yeah. Probably for like, upright for like rows, and then I do some pull-ups that way. So, they're like, "Does that help?" Or, like, is a, I'm like, I mean, it helps my wrists sometimes. And, the turn is good, to turn it into a chin up and blah, blah, blah. And I feel like 3 different guys who came to do it asked the exact same question, and it was about the rings, which is strange.
Tell you what, it doesn't help. It doesn't help this water heater getting fixed.
Yeah.
Let's stay on task here and get this.
And I'll tell you right now, you're not waiting on me. So why don't you stop asking me questions?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. What you got drinking there? A little LaCroix?
Yeah, dude. LaCroix, boy. It was hard to find for a while.
Yeah. Would you get bubbly then instead? Were you getting some bubbly instead?
Bubbly-ish. I don't like them as much. I like
them. I like.
They're
them
all
okay.
right. They're all right. I like LaCroix. I know. People. The bloom is off the rose with them, but I still.
No. They're doing it.
I still like them the most.
Sure.
I'll do. Just. I do traditional spark. Jesus, I can't.
Sparkling.
Sparkling.
Hey man.
What a great time to not be able to talk when we go live.
We do this once. We do this once a week, but that's all you have to save up for.
Spark again, water. But I like Pellegrino.
Sure.
I like Perrier. I like all the different. I'll do the Whole Foods brand. I don't give a fucking shit.
Oh, good for you. Wait, did you have your first? Are you still intermittent fasting pretty much? Even though you look forward for these meals, you don't eat breakfast with the fam.
Nah. No,
fuck
them. They're on their own.
Yeah.
I'm like, enjoy your breakfast, you fucking pigs.
Nice.
No, I don't do that. I'll push it kind of late too.
I did. We did tacos for lunch since it's Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo, by the way, all the bell babies out there. Yeah.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo, Eugene. What kind of tacos?
Ground turkey, and we hide some power greens in there so that the boy doesn't taste them. But
nice.
Takes them in,
And you prefer ground turkey to jive turkey, or?
Nah, man, I always prefer jive turkey. Always prefer jive turkey.
Okay.
But I make my tacos with ground turkey because they're less saucy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jive with you.
Jive turkeys, like, they go everywhere. I can't even keep them in the tortilla.
Oh baby. Baby.
That's what I like.
You. Yeah, no, strict with the intermittent fasting. I made some cookies. Nancy made some
Cookies.
cookies. I tracked down the recipe and Nancy made them this weekend. Paleo-ish
Ooh.
cookies
What
with
were they?
almond
Almond?
flour.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Almond flour.
almond flour.
Yeah, but coconut sugar, so they still have some sugar in there.
Sure.
They were really good though. We'll post the link to the recipe.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. Again, I think I'm giving myself some leniency. I think I'm giving myself even more leniency because I know I'm still focused on the intermittent fasting, and I'm eating with the family at every meal, and I know that I am working out every day. That I'm just like, this is not a. I'm not focusing on this time to be like, my goals aren't to lean up and get stronger at this moment to just like, crush anything. I'm just, it's a maintaining and like in seeing the best that I can do. And maybe if I do get some gains or do some stuff, then that's great, but I'm not
Trying
going
to get
crazy.
ripped.
And also I'm like, it gives me an opportunity to kind of toy with the, idea of how loose can I go and still, and still live my life and not be as focused as I am, nutrition wise.
Yeah, this has come up in different ways on the show, but we talk about with an injury or a work change, schedule change, new kid, new baby in the house.
Sure.
Stuff will come up and it'll force you to check your neuroses. Was like, oh, did I really need to be doing all of that, or was I being a
Right.
little neurotic? So some stuff is crucial to maintain or improve, but other things are just being neurotic about, and you're like, oh, I didn't need
Yes.
X, or I didn't need to be as strict with Y, or I
Yes.
didn't need to focus on Z.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, maybe you have to start at the beginning of the alphabet. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I got, dude. All I know in the alphabet are X, Y, and Z
Sure.
and Q.
Yeah.
It's a neat one.
Yeah, that is a neat one. It's just like a squiggly O.
How many X words do you know?
That's it. That's all I know. That's it.
That's it.
That's all I know, dude. That's all I know.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
That's it, buddy. That's it.
There's a Matthew Monahan that said that we gave him too much shit on the Gabrus episode about his own pulley system, I guess. Now that I'm yapping about a pulley system, but I don't feel like we gave him shit. I think it was great.
I felt like it was pretty loving to old Moiney.
Yeah.
Moiney, dude, we love that you're making pulleys.
We love that you're making pulleys,
We
Moiney.
love you, Moiney. You're a pulley guy. You're Matt Pulley Moynihan, and I think that's fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
And guess what, dude? Let me look right down the barrel and tell you this,
Ooh.
Moiney. I'm so fucking proud of you, man. And I'm so fucking proud of your pulleys. And God bless you.
Good for you.
Everything you want huge. You want to say something to Moiney.
Hi, Moiney. Okay, so do you guys have any recommendations? Which brand is the best for turmeric?
Ooh, brand.
I don't know if we can. Yeah.
Big Rye brand turmeric. Get yourself some Big Rye brand turmeric. Hey, mijo, get yourself some Big Rye brand turmeric. Treat yourself. I like the Long Vita stuff. That's not a specific brand, but that's a like a formula of turmeric that's shown some positive health benefits. I mean, so the rub on turmeric.
What's the rub?
Is the bioavailability of it. So that's how much of it your body actually absorbs. And there's all these issues with, if you're taking this concentrated turmeric or curcumin, in kind of capsule or pill form, if you're actually getting any of the positive benefit from it, or if you're just pissing it off or sweating it off or jizzing it off. However you get rid of stuff.
That's probably how you do it. Yeah, you shit it off.
You shit it off. You're shitting out all that turmeric you're taking in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would research and experiment. And then, they say with this bionephrin and black pepper, that can help the bioavailability. So there's certain supplement brands that'll stack those. They'll have a little bit of that in there. You can add So some people make their own kind of turmeric paste where they heat it and they add a fat to it. And that could be beneficial. Like if you eat the whole actual root, that is what does it. And they also think that maybe getting it in from the curry, eating it in a lot of curry can help too. So it's just a matter of this constant sourcing of the bioavailability. So yeah, Long Vita, I remember seeing some good research on that. And so I've been kind of experimenting with that. And there's multiple brands that offer that. Check out Labdoor, to see their pure, how pure they are, how much they deliver on what's promised, or another third party website that kind of will investigate, if the supplements are true to what they're, if they represent what their labels say.
Right.
Because it is a little bit of the wild, wild west with these fucking supplement companies.
The Wild Wild West.
I used to buy my supplements from Vitamin Shop.
Cool. So hopefully that helps a little bit there.
Guns. We don't like to use them unless our enemies choose them. Break off before you get bum rushed.
A little bit of a chat about what to do with your phone when you're running, starting a new running routine while you're out there in the quarantine runs. If you're running with masks or running without masks or running with scissors or running with your phone, what do you do with your phone? I mean, if you have a pocket in there or swimming with sharks, I am one of those people that I'm not sprinting or anything. So I just keep it in my hand.
Yeah.
For a lot of it, and then just switch hands at times. Sometimes I'll go.
You'll keep an iPad Pro in your hand, right?
Yeah. I keep a Pro in one hand, and then my phone in the other, and then I switch hands because the weight difference is huge.
Yeah, dude, I'm doing a desktop computer, desktop and a Baby Bjorn.
Yeah,
get a little extra weight, get a little extra LB on there.
I guess you can use a Baby Bjorn for your iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, they have like those little belts.
Yeah. Flip belts.
Yeah, that like you can that adhere to their stretchy material, like a spandex type material.
Right.
And you can slide your phone in that some bitch. And you can kind of get it in and out of there pretty easily. And it's tight to your body, so it doesn't jostle around too much.
Yeah, I don't mind. I have one of those. I don't mind using it, but sometimes I just I know that I'm not going for very, very, very long runs, so I don't mind just running outside with my Dell desktop and my iPhone. So,
dude, you're running with a Dell. Dude, you're
running with a Dell, dude.
You're running with the Dell, dude.
Intel. There's an Intel inside.
Dude, you're running with a Dell. She'll find someone like you. Never mind, she'll find someone like you.
Nice.
Break off before you get bum rushed.
What a collaboration. Kumo D and Adele.
Never mind, she'll find someone like you.
Oh, God. Never mind. She'll find someone like you.
You got to admit, it feels good to say.
Yeah.
Never mind, she'll find someone like you in the wild, wild west.
A bunch of Instagram questions going on here.
Oh, baby.
Any basic stretches that we recommend? Want to get into a daily stretching for better flexibility?
Only complicated ones. Next.
Yeah. Only them hard ones.
Only them hard ones.
Maybe we'll post one on our Instagram, in our stories or something, links to some, because there's a bunch of great ones, and there's some great resources on Instagram where you do like a 5 to 10 minute daily stretching morning routine, which is very helpful, I think.
I think those sun salutes, that's it. Make sure you make direct eye contact with the sun.
Right.
Go ahead.
You look right at the sun.
Yeah.
One single tear, you well up, and then you let go of the hand.
Break off before you get burned by the sun.
This is my fault. The Cool Idea episode is my fault.
I'm honored. to be imitating Cool Mo D.
Hmm.
What a name. One of the
Yeah.
best names in the business.
Yeah.
Uh, Old friend, why you look so sad? uh, let's see. Oh yeah, so sun salutes. That's like a kind of a traditional yoga pose. It's basically just, touching the ground and then rolling yourself up to standing, arms overhead and getting nice and long, and then diving back towards the ground. It's a really gentle touch your toes type of stretch.
That's great.
That's kind of modulated by the count and the breathing. It's a really common, very basic stretch. And I think it allows some good length and space in your body, and it can kind of invigorate you a little bit and open your chest up. And I think, if you're sitting in a chair a lot, it's a great one because you get some hip flexors in there, you get some
Sure.
back, you get some shoulders, and then you obviously get some hamstrings.
Yeah.
So I would look that up. And then I think getting down on the ground and lying on your back and putting your arms over your head and trying to make yourself as long as possible, stretching your fingertips away from your toes, is a really good one. It's something we don't often do. And if you're stuck at a desk all day, or you're just sitting, looking at your phone or watching TV, and then you can also pull your knees into your chest and then hug your knees into your chest in between on that one.
Oh, for that lower back.
For that lower back. So you're getting long with your, with your arms over your head and your legs out in front of you. And then you're pulling your knees into your chest and you kind of rock back and forth, and you get a little bit of a massage on your lower back and those internal organs, down there.
I think it's a child's game called Tiny, 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 Huge, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You try to make yourself as tiny as possible, and then you try to make yourself as big as possible. And I think it's that kind of open and shut.
Yeah.
Small and big thing. Yeah.
I dig it. So yeah, I think those are, the basic, was the kind of the key word in there for me. So those ones are pretty basic, and I think often ignored. I think people will kind of hit their hamstrings,
Sure.
You see kind of like bending towards their hamstrings, or maybe, like kind of stretching their arms out in front.
Yeah.
But those kind of basic ones for back. And then obviously, like Eugene was saying, you can get way more complex or complicated from there. And there's tons of, Instagram 5-minuters, 10-minuters, 20-minuters.
I get into one that I do, I think almost every day, is from standing, is doing a knee hug.
Yeah.
And then stepping into a lunge.
Great.
And then doing a twist. So it's like, it's a little bit more of a complicated motion, but it's just kind of more dynamic. Of like,
it's great. Well, that one's great because you're getting into all the planes of motion.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's good. It's dynamic as you can, and
you can hear the cracking of everything happening as you're letting everything go. It's just like crack, 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 crack. But yeah,
those ones are good because they kind of inspire you to want to train that day too. Because you're like, okay, I don't feel as fucking bad as I thought I did. I'm kind of already moving around a little bit here.
Yeah, like focus you on, the knee hug gives you a little bit of balance. So you're like, okay, I have to balance for a little bit. Then, not feeling wobbly as you get into the lunge, and then twisting your body so you can hear a little bit of that, twisting movement. Yeah.
Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. Did you ever eat Rice Krispies?
No, I never ate them as a cereal. I've only eaten them as a treat, as the marshmallow treat.
The Square Boys.
Yeah, the Square Boys.
I like those Square Boys.
I've only eaten them as Square Boys, baby.
Yeah, I never really got into the cereal, but I love the commercial where they would listen to them popping or whatever.
Oh yeah. Also, that's just like two little assholes, just three of them.
Three.
Snap, crackle, and pop, huh?
And pop, yeah. Who would you like to be?
Probably Pop, because they've got more of a longevity in their career.
Crackle, you're like, well, fuck. We got the website for a while, or the streaming service, and that was it.
Snap is like an asshole, right? Yeah. All he does is just like talk shit.
Yeah, he kept sending those cease and desist letters to the I Got the Power band. It's getting kind of heavy. It's getting kind of heavy.
Quality. I possess the best. That guy was just trying to sound like Kool Mo D or Chuck D. I guess everybody at that time kind of had that, like, I'm talking to a microphone.
Yeah. What was the there was something they said, I got the power. All right, go ahead.
What do you
I
want me to
keep
go?
no. I
Oh,
I keep thinking of the Cool Modi stuff I was doing earlier, but there's a snap one I used to like to do too.
um, oh,
It's getting kind of heavy. So
right,
back off, or I will
yeah, yeah.
attack, and you don't
You
want
don't
that.
like that, yeah. I knew
So
you'd
peace, stay off
stay
my
off my
back,
back.
or I will attack, and you don't want that.
Dun, it, dun, dun. That song
So
used to get me
peace.
pumped.
Oh yeah, dude. They use it in The Perfect Weapon.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, Jeff Speakman movie, The Perfect Weapon, and it's the only licensing they paid for. They played about 7 times.
Somebody asked on Instagram when we were doing a Action Boys Dumbbells crossover so that we can do training montages.
Oh yeah, well it'll come up. I mean, Eugene's going to do an episode, so
Yeah.
we'll cover it there. I guess we could have them come on here and talk training montages specifically.
Sure.
Somebody called out the movie you were trying to place too.
Or which one?
You were trying to think of one where they do the medicine ball taps and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Did you see
the kettlebell taps?
the kettlebell taps? Did you see what it was?
I didn't. No.
I'll pull it up for us right now.
There's some people that are just asking some questions of like what the deal is with foam rollers and if they're helpful or not. I mean, I use one. I like it. I mean, it's just like, a way to add a little extra pressure of your own body onto, onto some of your, breaking down some of that muscle so that, you're really hitting them knots, baby. So that's all. I mean, and there's various sizes and various uses for them. And some people just use a PVC pipe or like a pipe from like a, Home Depot and just, roll on them to help with IT bands and, they're a lot of leg stuff just to kind of work out those legs and shoulders.
Getting that fascia. I like them. There's a lot to do on them. I feel a benefit using them. They're a good pre-workout thing too, because they're not going to cause any autogenic inhibition or muscle shutdown. You can do them before you're about to go heavy and hard. So this was in reference to a training montage that Eugene was trying to pull.
With the
and
kettlebells and the tap.
Yeah. It comes to us from BUI Tracy D or Bois Tracy D. She says, I'm sure lots of people have messaged you, but just in case, kettlebell with taps / kicking the heavy bag movie was never back down.
Oh, right.
She says it's so good. So thank you, Tracy.
That's right. That's right. Never back down. Ah, right. That is it.
There we go.
I forgot who the trainer was in that movie. But he does the kettlebell swing and then taps it before he grabs it again to pull down. It's like that weightlessness moment.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I gotta watch it again.
Had you not seen that movie?
I've seen it.
I'm trying to think of. It's the guy that's from Amistad, I think, that was in it.
Oh, Jaimin Hansu?
I think so. I think that's him. Never Back Down it was?
Yeah, he's in that. He's in it.
Yeah, he was the trainer in it. So funny.
I love that guy. I should see him back in the before times when I was going to the gym. I'd see him at the gym all the time in fucking great shape. Yeah, and soup could not be cooler.
Oh, that's good.
Cool workout gear on. Shit you haven't even heard of. You're like, what the fuck is that shit? I don't even know what that is. Brands you haven't even heard of.
Probably the kettlebell tapping money.
Yeah, straight up, dude. And pulleys. His pulley game's stronger than Moyni's. So
well, hey Moyni, get on that pulley game, son.
Jaimin's got you beat.
Jaimin. We beat Jaimin. An hour for lunch, working from home. What's your go-to calorie busting workout? Is a question that we got from Barry on Instagram. Calorie busting.
high
I mean,
intensity
yep.
legs,
I would.
hops, anything change in elevation that involves your legs, step ups,
Yeah.
all that load, you load up, you do some step ups.
You do some broad jumps and
Yeah.
some shuffle backs. You do some, skiers.
Yeah.
I mean, those are called different things. Yeah. But any of
Mount
that kind of jump.
mountain climbers, all that kind of shit, anything that is whole body legs or leg centric, that's functional and involves some kind of change in elevation. So accelerating up out of the ground and decelerating into the ground will burn the most amount of
So
calories.
you're talking burpees, you're talking
Yeah.
jump lunging, you're talking, yeah, any of that. You work those big ham hocks, baby. You're gonna burn some calories.
You're gonna rip into them calories. Calories.
Calories.
Calories. Calories. We don't like to eat them unless our enemies need them. Break off before you get bum rushed.
Oh God, my fault, everybody. This is all my fault.
Yeah, take credit for that, dude. Say you're welcome.
No, this is my fault.
You're welky.
You welky. But yeah, so I try to get, speaking of high intensity, like these hit workouts. I'm since I'm so focused on the ISO stuff. I usually just do a quick, like 15-20 minute, like, you know, hit thing at the end, just to kind of get my body sweating before I finish up. But not really focused too much about it being like a whole hour of you know full drench sweat.
That's a lot. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a fucking monster of a day,
sure,
and also, that's your downtime from work. So, the risk that you can run into if you're too hardcore with that is you just start to skip it because you're like, well, I don't really have the energy to do this crazy hour long wall to wall calorie
sure.
buster. So I'll skip today, and then one day it turns into two, and then the rest. Two turns into three, three to
Oh, it
four.
does. And then what happened?
XYZ. Also, Q's my favorite number.
Oh,
Also,
it's their
you
favorite
only
number. Weird.
yeah, it is.
Oof. You're in trouble today, bud.
Uh not brains not firing on all cylinders.
No, it's working.
You
It's
got me?
working.
We're getting a
Yeah,
little freezy.
yeah. You're getting a little freezy easy.
Freezy easy. Good. Hopefully it froze out some of the dumb shit I was saying.
Nope, we got all of that, and then you just sounded like you just kind of hit a wall for yourself, which is yeah,
Maybe an improvement.
yeah,
Q could be a Roman numeral. Is it a Roman numeral?
sure. What are you guys doing as far as staying mentally, you know, on top of your day over there, staying?
Oh, what do you mean, like mental health,
Yeah,
staying
yeah,
positive?
yeah. Like what's been a key that's helping you guys over in the Stanger house?
Oh, just stuff to do together that doesn't seem like it would be. I mean, we loosened up a little bit on his TV watching shit.
Uh-huh.
And so during school, he's not allowed to watch TV during the week at all. But
Right.
for this, we let him watch, two extra days a week. He's allowed to watch on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we'll sprinkle in a few days during the week. But and just a show or two, because
Right.
otherwise it was a little fucking bleak for the little guy,
Yeah. Yeah.
But we do like board games and stuff, so we'll do family board games, and I'm not a board game guy, and I kind of dread it on those nights. But
Sure.
once we start playing, it's really fun, and he's really fucking competitive.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
that's been fun. And then art stuff and pictures and just joking around.
Are
I
they
take
is
a
he
walk with him every day in the morning.
Oh, you do? Is there any interaction with schoolmates, like just through the Zoom or whatever, or no?
Yeah, so you're constantly setting up Zoom play dates with friends,
Sure.
and then they'll do little games and stuff on there, and then we've experimented with how big the groups are, and it
Hmm.
tends to be the best with three at the most for them, at least at this age.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's always ongoing. When we've been doing his piano lessons virtual, like his
Oh,
piano
wow.
teacher will do his lessons that way. And then, for Nancy and me, like I said, we've been, it's all the same fucking dumb shit that everybody's been trying little new things to cook, doing
Sure.
some house projects. I've been doing tons of yard work and shit.
Yeah.
So it's this kind of stuff that makes you feel like you did something.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
we'll pick a little bit of a project or some kind of dumb organization thing, even if it's small, then we'll
Yeah.
do it and we'll check it off the list. And that kind of helps with the sanity.
Got it. Yeah.
I don't know. What about you guys?
Yeah, a little bit of the same, just finding new things of like, oh, there's this like home version of making a float for the Rose Bowl and like,
Great. Yeah.
yeah, or for the Rose Parade. So we're going to do that. That's due at the end of this week. So it gives us like a deadline of something. And,
Yeah.
Obviously like new recipes and things like that is always something, and a whole lot of organizing. I mean, it's funny right now, like we just realized we never made like a wedding book, a ever made one of those like memory books for Quincy since he's been born,
Oh boy. Yeah.
and
Do you
it's like,
want to do
oh,
that?
3 years in and we don't have, like, we have pictures and stuff, but we didn't put it together in any kind of binder. So,
Yeah.
doing
What
that
was his
kind of
first
stuff.
word? Some shit about something he pointed or some shit.
Well, that was the thing. We got one of those like as a gift where it was like my baby book. And there's so much work in there. We were like,
Yeah.
no, we're not going to do this.
Yeah.
We're not going to do any of this. So, we didn't. And then we didn't do it for 3 years. And then we found the book, I switched it with something else, and, the boulder
A
didn't
bag of
come.
sand.
A bag of sand.
Hey, did I tell you that thing about the time capsule my mom had me fill out?
No, wait, no.
I might have said it on this. I'll tell you, it's quick.
Yeah.
When I was maybe 10 or 11, my mom had me fill out this big time capsule.
Right,
It had
right,
all
right,
these
right.
questions on there: who your best friends are, what song you're listening to, what was the last thing you had for all this fun stuff.
Yeah.
What girls do you like? What's your teacher's name? What are you most interested in? Really fun questions. And so you do it privately, you let your kid do it, and then you seal it up, and then you give it to them, on their like 25th birthday or something like that. Maybe it was when I graduated college. I was well into my 20s when she gave it to me. So it was, I didn't even remember doing it. I
How
might
old
have
were
been
you when you did it? Yeah.
tens. I didn't even remember doing it. I
Yeah.
was young, fourth grade, something like that.
Sure.
And so, God, I might have been 30 when she gave it to me. And so she gave it to me and I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And I opened it up and all I had done on every single question was write, I don't want to do this. It was so fucking heartbreaking.
Oh God. So
Every
your mom was
single
just
one.
like,
I don't want to do this.
was just like, oh, you're an asshole.
Yeah, my mom didn't read it. She kept it private, and then gave it to me. It was more me just being let down. I would have loved to have known all that shit. I was like, what a fucking asshole. I would have loved, it's all kinds of really fun stuff. I'll see if I can find it and read it because it'd be like, oh, I would have loved to have known what was going on in my little stupid head at that time.
Yeah.
Everything, literally every single one. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
Oh my God.
I don't want to do
That's
this.
so funny.
The fucking dick. But I was cool as hell, dude.
Yeah, kind of, right?
I was cool as hell.
So cool that you hate that you did that now.
Yeah. Yeah. Sucks.
Oh man.
I wish I'd fucking taken that shit serious.
I wish I really took some of that shit seriously as a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at some of the stuff that I had as like things that I did with Quincy, and I'm like, oh man, I remember doing things like this. Why didn't I ever take it seriously?
Yeah.
But yeah.
One of my buddies is really good about taking pictures. You don't even know he's taking pictures. He does it on his phone a lot. And he has somehow compiled every single photo he's taken on his phone. And then occasionally, like at parties, you'll be hanging with him and he'll be like, hey, take a look at this. And he'll pull up from a bachelor party like 7 years ago and he'll have 8 snaps of it on there. And I'll be like, holy shit. I don't even remember being there at it.
Wow.
And he doesn't make a big photos. He's not a pro or anything. They're not professional shots, but they just are fucking, it's just so cool to see. And I am the worst with that. I don't want to pose for pictures. I don't want to take them. I don't want to draw them.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking do anything with
Oh
them.
man, there was that one time that I was trying to ask you to, just draw that picture, that portrait of me, and you just wouldn't do it.
Not gonna happen, dude.
I was like, "Hey, dude,
Not
just sit
gonna.
down. We're at a really nice pond. Just quickly paint a portrait of me." And you were like,
Not gonna
"No."
fun. Nah, dude. I'm gonna feed these ducks, dude.
I was like,
Fuck
"Buddy, now's
yourself.
the time to just sit there and paint me." You didn't do it.
Now, I tell you what, though, my buddy Adam would have snapped it on his iPhone 1
No,
and
no,
then
no.
surprised you with
That's
it
not
8
what I'm
years
asking
later.
for. I'm asking for a painting.
A beautiful drawing.
A beautiful painting. No, not a drawing.
I know. What about you on a little dune buggy or playing soccer or something?
Oh, we're talking a caricature?
Caricature? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
Kicking
take
the
one
ball.
of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. A rocket going by.
Whatever you're into.
Whatever I'm into
Shit,
at the
I
time.
guess I was into rockets as a kid.
Yeah, instead of me answering questions, I would have just taken a caricature.
Do you think Elon Musk had like a little rocket in his caricature when he was a kid? Maybe, right?
Maybe he did. Yeah, that's a good question to ask me. Yeah. Here's another question to ask us, though. How do you deal with lifting workouts?
Who's asking it? Let these people know that they're your
Liz Zoric.
Liz Zoric
on Instagram. How do you deal with lifting workouts that make you extremely sore?
Oh, the right amount of rest. So
yeah,
finding that balance to where a little bit of the right kind of soreness is good and can be a breadcrumb that you're on the right track. You shouldn't be sore all the time, always, forever. So that may be a red flag. But if you're starting something new, you're getting into it, a little bit of soreness can be good. You just have to make sure that you're not overtraining. And so, and it's one of those things, it's not the best answer to give you, but it's this, you kind of have to experiment and see what that is. And, everybody's body speaks to them a little differently.
Sure.
But, if you have access to cold bath or sauna in some version, maybe not right now, but that can help. Cherry juice, 100% pure tart cherry juice is an anti-inflammatory, can help with soreness. Same with walnuts.
Huh. Mm-hmm. I didn't know walnuts was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't know cherry juice was either.
Yeah, look it up, dude. You got a little iPhone there? Look it up.
How do you make cherry juice? Just each one just kind of squeeze together and drop it into drop it into a tiny vial.
Yeah. You can buy cherry juice at your local grocery. Just look up, just make sure that it's pure cherry juice, not
sugar. Yeah.
Not cut with any other bullshit.
Cocaine or anything.
Nah, no baby laxatives. Aspirin and baby laxatives. You gotta get the good shit.
You gotta get the real shit.
Stretching to and active rest days. So a walk, a very light bike ride, that can kind of help work out some of the soreness. Yeah.
Hey, the fact that you're getting these sore lifts while you're at home is pretty impressive.
Hey, I'm jealous.
Yeah, jealous.
G-O-Ellis. There's an O in there.
Oh, there is?
There's an O
Good to know.
Oh, and that jealous somewhere.
Oh, jealous.
Jealous.
Jealous. Avocado camisado. I've been running outside without a mask, but maintaining my distance. Is that okay? I wear glass. What? I wear glass. I don't know what that means.
Is that the host of This American Life?
Oh, yeah. I wear glass. Yeah.
No, I wear glass.
I
wear glass.
I wear glass.
That's how like a little kid would say his name.
I wear glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. But is it okay? I mean, I don't know. I don't know where you're living, if it's okay or not. They say, all of the the different people are saying that, it stays in the air for 5 minutes if you're running by, that you could be running through somebody's, sweat or whatever, and then don't touch your face. And, I think it's an ongoing, do your best to, stay distant from people. I have been running for the most part, mixing it up. If it looks as though there's anybody relatively close to me, I mask up. I have it around my neck. And then if if it's if the street is completely empty, then I won't run with a mask on.
Yeah, I think that whatever community you live in, follow the guidelines. So
Sure.
look at the guidelines. I think some require it, some don't. So look at those and pay attention to those, and then check in on them because they change from time to time. And I think as long as you're doing that and then using common sense, there's not a lot people can complain about. I mean, there's, you know, this unfortunately it's I think it's become politicized now. And so we're not necessarily dealing with the health and the facts. It's like there's one side that believes this and there's another side that believes this.
Yeah.
And it's too bad because, if I'm, me making a judgment call, not wearing a mask, I don't want to seem like I'm, you know, politically on the wrong side of things. It's not that. It's just like, oh, I thought the streets were empty, so I thought it was okay, or whatever it is. So I think
Yeah.
if you're following the guidelines, you're okay there. And then, if you're not in a densely populated area, where Stone and I take our walk, there's nobody around. So it just seems crazy. And then I am following the rules for Los Angeles County. But if we went during a busier time and we were interfacing with more people, or there's more people on the streets, then we would do it. And then we're also pretty careful to kind of cross the street and give people space and
Sure.
that kind of common sense shit. So tough to know unless we know where you are, who you are, and
Yeah, who are you?
who are you? Who are
Who
you?
who are you?
Who are you?
Um
Who are you?
but yeah, I think it's just pay attention to your city and your state and your area, and you know
Your
and do your
God.
best, and just do your best. I mean, that's literally all anybody can do at this point, because it has become somewhat of a political issue, and somewhat of like not even based on science, and just like, you know, the news, and wherever you get your news from is going to be affecting the way that you're thinking about it, or how often you're looking at it, or whatever. So, just stay safe and stay sane out there, with everything going on.
Safe and sane, like the fireworks.
Yep, safe and sane.
Do
And
you
like,
remember that? Do you remember that? Or
no,
did you not have that in Michigan?
I don't think I had that. Is that a saying?
No, there was like a kind of fireworks that were allowed in parts of California, and they were safe and sane fireworks, because they weren't aerial. They were just like the little fountains that
Oh,
emitted sparks.
did it say, is it safe and sane, or safe insane?
Safe insane. And some of them were even insane into the membrane.
Ooh.
No, safe and sane. I'm sure as a kid I
Oh,
thought it was safe and sane, dude.
yeah. Oh man, this stuff
Satan's
is insane, but
this
it's
is
safe.
Satan insane, dude. I got the great white, bigger sparks,
Ooh, good
different
for you,
size spark.
man. Wow. You really crushed it as a kid. I wish you would have answered those questions correctly, and we would know even more about you.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this. Is so funny. I hope Quincy's not like that, where he's just like, I don't want to do this. This is dumb.
You never know. You never know.
He might. Other than that, this hair has grown back pretty quick. I think it's happening.
Yeah, dude. Looks good still, though.
Yeah, it's getting in that in between phase where it's just a little rough. I need to do the sides.
Dude, mine's out of control. Mine's like fucking crazy now.
It's so dark.
What's that?
It looks dark.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Not as gray as normal.
Yeah, like you're yeah.
Like
you're
I'm
the
dying
bad you're the bad guy version of yourself.
Well, you'd know by if I had stubble.
Yeah. Stubble and the mustache. So, but the mustache is a given. Yeah, what happens if there's not an evil version of somebody,
If they
like
already
an
have a
evil twin,
mustache?
if they already have a mustache, right?
Yeah, I guess maybe it's curly,
Oh yeah, curly mustache. That'll do
but that's
it.
a whole weird statement.
Yeah, they're making a choice. They're
Stubble
definitely.
before pre-mustache, stubble used to be the thing for a bad guy.
Was it?
Superman? Yeah,
Oh
remember
right.
Superman 3, where he goes kind of bad?
Yeah, he has the little
Yes,
stubs.
that used to stress me out, man. He's and his suit isn't as blue as normal.
Yeah.
He's like taking shots in Italy or something, and yeah, he's like drinking and shit.
Yeah. That's the
That's
real
when
one, man.
he's trying to like fuck the other chick, Lana Lang, and like he's like all drinking and stuff, and it's got Richard Pryor.
I like
Ooh, ooh,
they
he's
sli
scared.
they slide down the side of a building.
Yeah, yeah.
That's amazing.
Richard Pryor makes a bomb in that one too. It's got the weird robots and shit. That's a wild one.
That's a crazy one.
That one's wild.
I want to watch those ones again. Did you watch any Star Wars for May 4th yesterday, May the 4th?
Didn't I forgot that was happening, but if I were to watch one, it would be your show, buddy, Mandalorian. That's
Oh,
my,
really?
yeah.
That's your You know
That's
what
my current most things that interest me most about Star Wars is the Mandalorian show.
Yeah, I'm excited about seeing the second season of that, seeing where else it will go.
Yeah.
Nick Nolte was great in that, by the way.
Dude, amazing. Amazing. What a talent.
But what was he in the suit?
Nah.
Okay.
He was a little tiny guy.
I know, but I wasn't sure if like they just had
If
him.
Nolte got small, dude, fuck, you should see how small Nolte got for this show, dude.
I wasn't sure if they would have done it where they do use CGI to like make him a smaller.
Oh, you thought he was in like a mocap suit?
Maybe he was in a mocap suit, or no. I mean that seemed kind of a full puppet suit situation, and I guess you can't just have Nolte on his knees the whole time and then just scrub out his the rest of his legs.
I have spoken. Just down on his knees. Isn't that his thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the Mandalorians are like, "This is the way" or something.
Yeah. Everybody had a way to end their sentences that weren't periods.
Yeah. Mine was break off before you get bum rushed.
All right. Well, we've done enough, I think. But we've also answered a bunch.
Mandalorian, you must take the child and run from this planet. Break off before you get bum rushed. And then one time the Mandalorian said it to me as like a sign of respect,
Yeah. And then you got shot in the back of the head.
Yeah, dude, that was it, dude.
Yeah.
One day play.
One day play, babe.
One day play.
Well, we answered a lot of questions on our Instagram and our chat here on YouTube Live. So
we did a good job. We did stuff.
And we got to catch up a little bit. But if you want to ask us anything else over any of that social media, you can do so. You can find us at the Dumbbells. If you want to email us and ask it that way, it's a little bit longer form of a question, or you want to have it accompanied with any kind of pictures or anything, go ahead and email us at askthedumbbells@gmail.com.
Corrections, concerns, critiques.
Yep.
Shove them up your ass. No, we welcome them. We don't give a shit. Bring them on.
Yeah.
We'll roast you. Or we'll take them and appreciate it. Like we did. I loved hearing that movie. I'm going to watch that movie now.
Yeah.
Because I don't, after looking it up, I don't think I have seen that.
Oh, man.
It's good.
I ruined. It was kind of like a 90s, early 2000s, like kickboxer movie when they weren't, like early MMA, early like UFC.
When they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that movie Red Belt, the David Mamet movie?
Oh, no. But I remember it coming out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I am interested in. One more thing before we go is I think I will maybe here on this Dumbbells, maybe on our Dumbbells YouTube page live is do a Zoom. I'm going to order I'm so confused by this UFC fight that's going to be happening this weekend because there'll be no live audience and they're doing it in Florida. And it's, I mean, politically people have issues with the company and where they stand. And, the fact that Dana White was going to do it on his own private island where he's going to hold, Kumite basically. Now that it's happening in Florida this weekend, the fights look great. I think I might just live watch it. Obviously I can't show the fight itself, but just with a couple of people and who else wants to order the fight and kind of, because I'm so curious of how the fighters have been training,
right?
B, how they got to Florida and how long they've been there and what's the quarantine situation. I'm just so curious of this live sports event?
I was actually gonna do the fight if it was gonna be on his island, but he and his people didn't believe me that Takana was my Shidoshi. And it's social distancing. I couldn't show that I could do the dim mock anywhere. So it was just like,
sure.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. And Eugene was there and he's like, who gives a shit if Bruce Springsteen's his Shidoshi? But it didn't work, man.
Dukes.
Yeah.
Dukes, my man.
Yeah. Okay, USA. Yeah. What is bet?
But
anyway.
yeah, so I might be watching that on this Dumbbells live YouTube page.
When is it?
This Saturday at like 7 p.m.
I may check in
Pacific
with you on
time.
that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me know. Let's touch base before that. Maybe
I will.
All right.
But that's what's happening up this weekend.
Okay. So you guys know how to reach us on the social media. Everybody that's out there with us live right now, thanks for joining.
Sure.
We're keeping this going weekly at 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube Live. So if you're listening to this on podcast and you want to see the live version, that's with us, that's with our guests. Check in with us. You can ask questions in real time. We'll try to answer them.
Pretty
and thanks
cool.
to everybody that's on there right now. And on behalf of myself and Eugene Cordero and Moyni, the Pulley guy, and everybody that's out there on YouTube
Frosty
Live.
Peaches. Yeah.
Frosty Peaches, the Bell Babies, # Bell Babies on Peloton. We'd like to remind everybody that's out there listening to Train Dirty,
Eat Clean,
and Live in Between. And break off before you get bum rushed.
Oh, God. Why did you?